Hey guys, I'm once again going to see a movie tonight. This is the very last night of my vacation. Even with the 2 days that Doom tacked on to my vacation, this is the second of those 2 days. So unfortunately, tomorrow I got to go back to work. Boo! But so, anyways, so I had a choice to make. I had two movies that I wanted to see. One being Rocket Man, one being Shaft, and Shaft won out. I don't know. I can't force myself to go pay good hard-earned money on a movie for an artist that I really don't like. I'm not a big Elton John fan. He had a couple of good hits during the 70s. That's about it. And I've heard really good things. It's gotten really good reviews. It's like at 100% or in the 90th percentile. But and not only that, but to further that argument, Shaft has gotten like really bad scores. But I don't know. I can't do it. So tonight's movie is going to be Shaft. I missed a movie in between somewhere. I know John Singleton actually put out a movie. In the 90s sometime, I think. It was when Sam Jackson first made that his own role and started Shaft. And it looks like we have a generational thing going on here because it looks like we got the old Shaft, Samuel L. Jackson Shaft, and now a new Shaft. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going on here. But either way, in just a few seconds, I'll be right back to let you guys know what I think about the movie. All right, I'm out. So I'll talk to you in just a few seconds. Bye. See ya. Well, hey guys, I just got done watching the movie. And do I have to talk about this movie? I don't know, dude. All right, well, first off, little known fact. Did you guys know it was directed by Tim Story? Can you guys name me one movie that Tim Story directed that I might have liked? Spoiler alert, I did like it. A lot of people didn't, but I sure did. In fact, when people talk about it reminiscently, they always talk about a negative connotation, like, ooh, do you remember that bad movie, that bad superhero movie? I'm talking, of course, of the two Fantastic Four movies. It was definitely better than the Josh Trank movies, but I have a guilty pleasure for them. I actually enjoyed those movies because Michael Chiklis played a great thing, and there were some moments in there that actually worked really well in those movies. Yeah, there's a lot of moments in those movies that didn't work, but what are you going to do? And that's the exact same way that I can go ahead and talk about this movie. By the way, that big long explanation right there, again, it was Tim Story that directed those movies. He also directed this movie, and he was the executive producer of this movie. Man, I don't know. Here's the deal. Let me go back a little bit more and say I just got done watching and reviewing Men in Black 3 or 4. Officially, it's 4. The reboot. And I remember giving it an 85. Now, maybe it didn't qualify for 85. Maybe it was like 75, maybe a 65. And I was just, I don't know. It was all my reviews are just split decisions, just off-the-cuff decisions that I'm making at the time. So when I have a moment to think about what I actually said, I sometimes disagree with what I said. Now, here's the thing, though. Even though it might have been a lower score, 85 might have been a little too high for that movie. I'd put it around a 65, 70. It wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be. I went home and I watched it. I watched a couple of reviews and I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and they were all giving it like 35%. Youch! I don't think that movie it had some good moments to it, and it was an actual movie. This movie was the exact opposite. Now, yes, granted, on the Rotten Tomato meter, it is getting about a 35%. I think about 25%, actually. 23, somewhere around there. I think it's well deserved. There were a few moments in this movie that I'm like, all right, this actually looks good. There was a moment when young John Shaft Jr. Finally steps up to the plate, and there's a gunfight, and he, you can see the resolve in his eyes and the confidence he had holding the gun and firing upon his enemies. That was kind of a good scene. I enjoyed that, like 3 to 5 seconds of that scene, and then it went back to what was kind of like the formulaic normal for this movie. It was at times stupid, at extreme times kind of offensive. There were moments when now understand, I not to pull race in it or anything like that, but I was one of like 3, 4 white people in the theater, and there were even moments in the theater where some of the audience members even called out and said, "What the?" This movie had some offensive elements to it, and it really, 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 it was black exploitation without being on purpose. They didn't mean it to be as offensive as back in like the 70s and 60s when they were putting out black exploitation movies. They kind of knew that they were doing what they were doing. They were putting this stuff into the movies so they could sell it to the black audience. I think that's what they were doing in here, but they failed miserably. There were some scenes that just were really bad and unfunny, and therefore it just turned into just bad all around. It was, yeah, like I said, all right, so what I'm going to try to say is there's a few good moments in this movie, but for the most part, it was bad joke after bad situation every single time. I can't say that enough. There were moments that I watched and I saw the intent that the writer and the director, Tim Story, had, but they obviously did not hit their mark. And it was what I'm guessing, what I see when they're watching the dailies, they're like, well, that didn't work, but we got to get the movie out, so let's roll on to the next scene. It just seemed like they weren't trying. They weren't trying. This movie was kind of phoned in. So there you go. Yeah, if you want to ask my official score, I'm going to agree with the Rotten Tomato meter. I'm going to say even lower than that. There were times that I was genuinely offended by this movie, so I'm going to give it a 15%. There was 15% of this movie that I actually saw some potential in, but it never met out that potential. It just never went complete. It never finished through. It never followed through and gave us it was just dumb joke after dumb situation. I remember telling you guys that I was going to go see Aladdin, and then the first movie would be Toy Story 4 and then Aladdin second. But I don't have any time left this week. I'm completely working. So I don't know if I'm going to make that. Hopefully they give me another movie along with. So when I get my next weekday off, sometime next week, hopefully it'll be not Aladdin, but hopefully it'll be Toy Story and some other movie. So I might actually enjoy myself because I don't see me enjoying Aladdin. But mark my words, I'll make you guys a promise. If by chance after next weekend they're still showing on Screen One Toy Story 4 and Aladdin, I will go see it, and I will talk to you guys about it and let you know. But I'll give you my honest opinion. I'll be very surprised if I actually like it. But, okay, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. 15% for Shaft. Whatever. But anyways, I'm going to get going, and I want to wish you guys peace. Matane. I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.